Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast Network. This is We Are Air Season 1, Episode 25. Topics keep springing up. If this is your first time checking out the podcast, thank you so much. Please go to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you get a chance, head over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. We're at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at /We Are Podcast. With that said, on to the podcast.
We are error.
Let me tell you, this girl says to me, she hasn't had sex since August. Her boyfriend's a weird-ass pedophile. Like, she wants to fuck. I want to fuck this girl. I want to aggressively give her my duck sex eyes and fuck her. Okay? This stays in the podcast, goddammit, so she hears it. I want to fuck you. Alright?
Close it out.
Alright. Just smack that ass. Yeah. Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to the We Are Air podcast. This is Duck. I am here with
Jake.
And
Javi.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're calling this, remember how we had Free for Fall? We're having Topics Are Springing Up. Boom, baby. This is whatever we want to talk about.
I like that.
Topics are springing up, baby. What were we talking about a second ago? Conspiracies. We were talking about Alex Jones and the frogs turning gay.
Interdimensional vampires!
They're coming to get you. Now, we started this conversation because Javi wants to try DMT.
I do.
Javi, why do you want to try DMT? Where did you get that idea from?
Well, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan. And he was talking about people tripping together from the Alex Jones episode, and we started talking about conspiracy theories. So I guess we're going to start this week's episode with conspiracy theories.
Well, also because I just had one question.
Okay, what was your question?
I just want to get your take on it, you guys.
Javi is
Really
high. He's so high. Really high, Javi.
Don't let that be the theme song for today.
I think it is. Really high, Javi. He's super stoned. He's so high, he can't go home.
How's that, Doug?
No.
All together, man.
Yeah.
But,
Before you turn the frogs gay, they're eating our babies. My God.
well, I just want
Full-term abortions!
And this shit with the whole, like, they're trying to get the babies so they could sell their organs on the black market was fucking amazing. You know how much a pancreas goes for.
No, I don't.
They're eating these babies. And they're turning the frogs gay. Fucking love it. What was your question, though, Javi?
Alright. Conspiracy theorists like Alex Jones unveil all this shit that this country has done.
Uh-huh.
Like, let's say if you do it, you break it wide open.
Uh-huh.
What then? Does it change anything?
Yes.
Kennedy's still gonna be fucking dead.
No, I'm convinced that he helped get Trump elected. I really do, because he was a Trump supporter for a very long time, and I think his fan base was Trump supporters too. And the very ticket he ran on, the idea that he was not going to be an insider and was not going to be involved with these conspiracies and blah, 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 that got his fan base riled up. And I know his fan base is from areas like where I'm from, because in western Pennsylvania, a small town...
That's Appalachian Americans for
yeah,
You
hillbillies
can't
is what
blame
it's called.
you can't blame the Alex Joneses
no.
for that. Because you know who really got Trump elected? Was fucking Hillary Clinton.
Okay, that's part of it.
Everybody knows fucking Joseph Stalin and V.I. Lenin.
Well, hold on. That's not what I'm going at. First of all, you have to think about that election. Its nature was fucked with by the Democrats. That's what lost it for him. Because it was too extreme. You can't fuck with the nature of that. Every action's got to have an opposite reaction. The opposite of Trump was fucking Sanders. And they screwed him over. Man interfered. Nature was like, fuck you.
Well,
you're going to lose.
Isn't there like usually a pattern? It goes Republican, Democrat, Republican.
It could have been like Democrat.
It could have been,
Yeah, but I mean, that only works if they do 2 terms.
That only
so
works
once they do 2 terms, it returns back to.
It only works if it's Reagan. Well, no, I guess in the sense, like, it would have been the Democratic version of Reagan into Bush because Hillary did work for Obama. But for me, I knew he was going to win when he was actually campaigning and going to small towns in places like Pennsylvania, Ohio, such swing states, where he was telling people who haven't had work for years that we're totally going to bring back your jobs. It's going to be amazing. Your cool jobs are coming back. They're cool, and they're cool. Okay.
Then I grabbed him by the pussy.
And dude, and that's the other thing is people are sick of
politically correctness.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not the Bill Maher show, even though Bill Maher said some
that's
stuff recently.
political correctness. I said it wrong.
But political correctness,
way.
people were fucking tired of it. And he was so politically incorrect There is no other candidate that would not have
Fuck
been.
yeah, let's get this fucker. I'm tired of these fucking babies crying about everything.
And the other thing, people were sitting there going, they're turning the frogs gay.
They're turning the frogs gay!
And I am totally against gay frogs, okay? Kermit,
frogs
it is
are
not
the worst.
Kermit, okay? It is Kermit, okay?
Yeah, it's Miss Piggy, not Mr. Piggy.
So that's why he won, because he went, and you can't deny the fact that he went after a demographic that was sick of hearing the social justice.
He went after the Democratic demographic.
Yeah, he did. He went after
Plain and simple.
He went after people in small towns who never go out and vote, who decide to go out and vote. That's why Pennsylvania, which is primarily a red state,
and
or primarily a blue state, went red.
I'm not on either side, but let's.
We're just talking what happened.
Why isn't that these people in these little podunk towns didn't want to get out and vote?
They never do.
Yeah.
They always
feel like they're not included.
Well, I can tell you why. Because big cities always carry, okay? And primarily big cities are blue, especially in Pennsylvania and other places. They are blue. They always feel like it doesn't matter what they do, Pittsburgh, Philly, that's going to vote blue. Thing is, he got out there in the countryside and he went to these places and said, come on, vote for me, be out there this day, blah, blah, blah. And he campaigned. If you look back at that candidacy, if you look at what he did, he campaigned 2 cities a day, small towns, this and that. Hillary stayed away from all that. That's why she lost. She did not get out there and do the footwork. And I truly believe that. And yes, you're right. She fucked over the Democratic National Convention by getting Bernie out of there. They rigged the shit. The lady got in trouble. The one guy got killed. All that political stuff.
He was the only one.
You know.
People want to change. Again, they want to change with Obama, and they want to change with me, okay?
Oh.
I apologize. I followed this shit closely.
He is way into politics. He's balls deep in it.
Dude, I watched every single debate.
Speaking of conspiracy theories.
Ducking is not a conspiracy. But I think that the Alex Jones fan base definitely supported Trump because he was on that show for a long time and spoke to them. And a lot of the conspiracy stuff, he would take his rhetoric and spill it and espouse it. And I think a lot of people saw that and they're like, this is going to happen. What was your conspiracy question, though? I think I got on a rant there.
No, like,
hey,
once you expose the conspiracy, like, what then?
Well,
what happened. What's done is not. It's not going to change anything.
Okay, so theoretically, what happens is if you expose a major cover-up or conspiracy, which some have been exposed before, like the Gulf of Tonkin incident. Was it the fucking Bay of Pigs?
Bay of Pigs, Gulf of Tonkin. The big one would be, what was it? The one that they always talked about, the boat. Fuck. Oh, God, I can't even think of what it is.
Okay,
you know what I'm talking about. The
I
one
do.
where they would blow up a boat and say that it was Cuba or something.
So there has been backlash whenever conspiracies have been found out to be true. Mm-hmm. But how long has that been? It's been years and years and years before it came to light.
It's the Freedom of Information Act.
Yes, exactly. So it has to be a certain amount of time before they declassify information.
You remember, like, it was 2 years ago they were going to release information on the Kennedy assassination, and they still blocked a bunch of the information that was released.
They blacked it all out.
So it's not freedom of information. There's still... Why would you have to black out stuff if there's nothing to hide? And that's where conspiracy...
even same thing, but then to go along with the conspiracy shit, same thing with the Roswell report incidents. There's so many things where, like, why are we not being shown this information? Clearly something is amiss here. Once again, the masses are asses.
I think that with the internet age, it's easier to create conspiracy theories.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
just spread them.
This is the idea of fake news, okay? You can say whatever you want, and like you said to me the other day, I have a friend who's posting anti-Muslim shit left and right, and he wanted to fuck with him. And I was like, dude, just leave him alone. He believes that shit's true. Just let him post it, ignore it, snooze him on Facebook. This is why I don't have a Facebook, because I got so tired of everyone taking a political side. Family members... that are saying wildly outrageous things, just reposting. I was like, I love these people, and if that's what they believe, that's fine, but I don't want to take part in this, and I don't want to sit there and try to fight them or combat them, because I still love these people. I don't care. Right. I don't care what they do.
Everybody's entitled to their own beliefs.
Exactly.
But I don't need to be force-fed their shit.
Exactly. And so that's why one of the biggest reasons I got rid of Facebook, it was bumming me out. And I think social media is, I think it is killing they literally have done studies that show the suicide rate now is higher than it's ever been, because not only are children being bullied at school, but they are being bullied through social media after school. And we kind of
it's non-stop.
Yeah, I kind of experienced that when I was a kid. When ICQ, we had Messenger. Somebody didn't want to talk to me that went to school with me, bummed me out, or
no, I didn't
they could
have
get on
that.
me. Yeah, I mean,
we fucking solved it.
What's that?
We settled it out in the schoolyard.
Oh, yeah, well.
With pogs.
Yeah, hell yeah, and then slam it down.
Yeah.
Javi got all depressed.
Get off my turf.
Look at him.
Huh?
Where'd you go?
Bro.
Proud son.
There's so much munching throughout that whole thing. Like, just no more.
He released his own DMT.
I got
He's doing all right.
I got the cotton mouth done.
Okay, well,
I got the cotton mouth to milk.
Oh, another conspiracy.
Oh, jeez.
I don't care.
All right, yeah, the next subject is Finding Neverland. Did you all watch that shit yet?
No.
Oh, my God, you gotta watch it.
I know.
So, do you think he did it?
Fuck yeah. Did he fuck that little boy? Yes.
Yes.
Did he fuck both those little boys? Yes.
Yeah.
Did he do it? Yes. And it sucks, and it's terrible, and it changes our perspective on who he was. But we all knew something wasn't right because he went to trial twice. And
Look, I've known this since the first time he went
Yeah,
to trial.
exactly.
Like, he fucking settled out of court.
Yes, and
So-
you don't settle. He said it
You don't
cost
settle
more.
if you're guilty.
It would have cost him more to go to court than it would be to settle. It was $24 million to settle that. When does court cost $24 million?
Look, he wouldn't have settled. Like, you don't settle unless you're guilty.
Right. And that kid can't say anything now because...
No.
And then the second kid...
But the other one did that. Why is he not getting convicted of perjury?
Okay, but that's the interesting thing, is the fact that
dancer
the dancer kid...
Yeah, the one that broke up Justin and Brittany.
Because he went to the first... Yeah, he totally fucked Brittany. yeah.
Paid it forward.
He literally perjured himself, and he said, I perjured myself, I lied. And then he filed a lawsuit, and then they lost the lawsuit, and now they put out this documentary, and everyone's like, well, he put out the documentary because he wanted the truth out there. No, the lawsuit's an appeal.
Yeah.
And litigation still. He could come back. This is a smear piece. There's no denying that. There's no denying. But do I believe it? After watching that shit, yes. Do I believe they heightened some of the stuff they said? Absolutely. Because sometimes during the documentary, you're like, acting. That's making the fish a little bit bigger. But did he rape these kids? Yeah.
So the main guy or whatever, the one that broke up Justin and Brittany.
Not probably know their names. What are their names? Something Wade and
Wade Robson.
Wade Robson.
Wade
and
Robson
James,
is his name.
something.
James Westfall or Safe Joy or Safeguard.
Wasn't that the name of one of Paul Rudd's characters in Anchorman's Testicles?
Yeah, and it's Dr. Kenneth Noisewater and James Westfall.
Whatever names. God damn it.
It's something Safeguard, something like
It's
that.
got a 46%, but yet it's the second or third most watched documentary
So
on HBO.
why is that? Because his popularity outweighs his detractors. Do not outweigh his believers.
Right. Basically that, and this is all user based, so they can go up or down.
Right.
Thing.
So the Wade Robson kid, that's kind of interesting because he did testify in court and swear that he did not have inappropriate contact with him. So. From my understanding, Michael Jackson kind of mentored him throughout his life and got him a lot of gigs as a choreographer. He got him a job as a choreographer for Prince. Whenever they were wanting to do the This Is It tour, he wanted to be the choreographer, and Michael Jackson said no. Dun, dun, dun. Come forward with the allegations after his death. But also, there's a bit of resentment there. So I think, honestly, this kid might have actually believed and loved Michael Jackson.
He does.
Like he was fucking twisted,
watch the
so
documentary.
brainwarped.
The documentary shows what it's like to be seduced so well. And it's so bizarre to watch it and realize and see the parallels between me and a relationship with a woman of age. The seduction aspect. Michael Jackson not only seduced these children, he seduced their families into allowing them to do these things. And
Abducted in plain sight.
Dude, it's downright bizarre that there is 2 documentaries back to back about that shit.
So, what? The Wade Robson kid went and stayed with him for a week with his family, and his family is on a vacation.
They went to the
planned to
Grand
go to Grand Canyon,
Yeah.
and they left him there with Michael.
Yep. And he claims that it began immediately, whereas the other kid...
Like the second night, he started rubbing his thigh and fucking touching his dick and shit.
And they go into graphic detail about it. But at the same time, I think that what we have to focus on, okay, he probably did it. Can we still listen to his music? Can we still enjoy everything
I've
that
been
he
listening
gave?
to his music. I know he fucks little kids. I've known
that's
this.
what I'm saying.
So, like, these people that are coming out now saying, fucking, I can't listen to Michael Jackson anymore. Like, you're a fucking idiot. If you just now are believing this is what turned you, then you're a fucking moron. You might as well still listen to his goddamn music.
And it's his music. He changed the face of music videos. He changed the face of pop music.
He's legendary. Whatever.
He he basically created all modern pop.
Yeah,
And that's just the truth. And there's no way he's just going to disappear overnight. We're not going to just. It's just like, I know this sounds weird, but it's just like Hitler. He's not going to disappear overnight.
No.
You can still find all the information on him. People still believe in his ideals. That's a weird comparison I just made.
you know how many times Hitler gets mentioned on the fucking Daily?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think
Like-
I've said Hitler twice
Like
today.
a
or
billion
nothing.
fucking times a day, plus.
Yeah, somebody's talking about something. It was like, stop being a Nazi.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, Hitler
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
Now it's going to be stop being a Michael Jackson. I don't know, Javi. What do you think?
Like, you know where I stand on this. I think it's just so fucking suspect.
It's ignorant.
You know my history.
It is ignorant.
You know my history with, like, this, like, particular thing. I've been through it. I waited until I was, like, 25 before I told anyone.
Right.
Like, I told my mom. I didn't make a big deal about it.
Right.
I didn't, like, want everybody to know. Or, like, only very few people know. And I find it out, like, you're going to come out with this shit all of a sudden now that he's fucking gone. You're going to make this accusation, be like, pretend it's all this whole big thing. It's like, why? Why not just come out in secret and just, like, learn to deal with it?
Because they said that they couldn't do
Why
it.
go after that fucking money? Like, when that motherfucker did it to me, I wanted blood.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want money. I didn't want him arrested or nothing. I wanted him fucking dead.
Right.
And it's just a little bit funny to me that you're going to go after money first and make a big whole to-do about it. Because you know those fuckers are rolling in it now.
So here's the deal. Let's turn the tables. Let's say your predator was Michael Jackson. Let's say that your predator was Michael Jackson. You know he had millions upon millions.
I would've wanted
upon
blood.
millions of dollars.
I
You're
would've
getting
wanted
Bruce
blood.
Mackey jackets. You're getting fucking Gucci slippers.
I would have wanted blood more, first and foremost, hands
Okay,
down.
I believe you. I truly do. I'm not trying to demean what you.
No, I know,
but
I
I'm
know.
trying to rationalize the situation here. Why these people acted differently than you? Like, say
And also,
that
you got to think about it like this.
Oh,
Where's
yeah.
the fucking resentment or anger towards the parents?
They do have
'Cause-
it.
Do they do?
Yeah, they
See,
do.
now I got
Yeah.
like an ass because now I got to watch it.
They do.
Yeah.
The guys, both of them, say that they can't forgive their mothers for allowing it to happen. They were just children. And the reason they said they've come out now is because they have children. And they look at their children and say, I could never let somebody do to my child what happened
what
to me.
happened to them?
And that's the thing that makes me go, okay, there is a money aspect to it. It is an appeal, like I said. But at the same time, listening to them, you have to kind of go like, that's pretty far and pretty extreme. And if you're going to watch it, you have to be kind of prepared. Like, I had a pretty shitty day after that. And then having to be able to kind of go, okay, now I got to rethink this. And how can I think about this? And can I still enjoy listening to Billie Jean or you know, Stranger in Moscow, which is one of my favorite fucking Michael Jackson songs. I love that song. It means something to me. It has a part in my history, my story. And now I have to listen to it and be like, but he did one of the worst things ever, and what I think that they should kill people for. I don't think there should be a chemically castrate or put him for jail for a couple of years. If you hurt a child, you should be taken out
Right.
and fucking given the axe. You fucking pull up a guillotine.
But they also
Castrate
bring
him
up the
first.
fact that technically he was chemically castrated as a child to keep that high falsetto voice.
Yep,
You
they do
know,
talk
like
about that.
it's so convoluted.
These guys
It doesn't make
also-
what he did is right.
They
But I'm
found-
saying he was a tortured child himself.
But they fell in love with him.
They
and
follow a pattern.
They very much go out of their way in the documentary to say, I was in love with him as in we were in a relationship. Shit, he fucking married the one kid. He bought rings and everything. The kid had the ring and they had a Fox ceremony. It's insane, dude. So, like, these kids were truly in a relationship with him, and the parents were too. And they saw the good things he did, and they saw the charity he gave. And in a way, they were seduced by him. All I can say is the seduction aspect of it, watching it, I was blown away because I'm sitting there watching it and going, the same way he and these children, it's the same way I would talk about falling anytime I've fallen in love with my life.
You do the
Any
same
girl.
things that you do with some chick that you care
Exactly.
about. Yes.
And
These
that's
are
what's scary. These were children
These are
who fell in
seduction
love
tactics.
with a grown man. And this
Yeah.
is how abuse happens, is that seduction. That's
Yeah.
one way it happens. And that's what's terrifying about the documentary is you see it, and you see how he seduced the family also. And like we said, abducted in plain sight. Same shit happened.
Yeah.
The fucking dad was jerking off the guy, the mom was
Yeah.
fucking him, and she's talking about it in the documentary and
And smiling.
It's fucking insane.
Smiling.
She's
Best time of her life.
Yeah, she literally said it was the best
Yeah.
of my life. And then, fuck, dude.
Wow.
Life's complicated.
Human brain is complicated.
But seriously, it's fucked up. Anything else you guys want to add on that?
Just separate the man from the art.
Well, and I was going to say also about one of his songs, The Man in the Mirror.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he struggled with it?
Michael Jackson wrote that song about wanting to change what he was doing in his fucking life. Like, that's what the entire song's about. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Like, maybe that was actually a cry out for help that we didn't even realize. And I only just thought about it just now, right now, speaking about all this.
Well, he was
But that really is a very powerful song. If you're going through some shit, you're going through depression, like you don't like the things that you're doing, you listen to that song, you feel a little bit uplifted.
Does that rephrase every song, though? Because Stranger in Moscow, supposedly he was in Moscow lonely, sad, had no friends, so he wrote that song. Was he thinking about fucking little boys when he wrote this song? You know what I mean? Like, it's
on the
terrifying.
Prowl for little Moscow children.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's terrifying.
He didn't fuck little girls, not little ugly boys. Just cute little fucking tight ass boys.
That's so wrong.
I got to go.
What were you gonna say, Javi? Though.
Oh shit, man! I completely forgot.
That's fine. It's. You guys need to watch it. Maybe come back and talk about it.
Hey, do we have any movie news?
Oh yeah, actually. No.
Oh, this kind of like I feel like it's down.
Well, let's
right
bring
now.
it back up, man. Let's
Yeah.
all have a shot and talk about the shit we're gonna talk about.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah, I was shot.
Also, we gotta give it up for Javi, who was about to get laid, and Javi was totally gonna get mad laid in labia, mad labia.
Mad laid with labias.
The labias all around like
All
a
the
tentacle
labians.
creature. And he gave that up to come podcast because Duck was being a bitch and
No. It was because I was.
No, you guys are fine.
it had nothing to do with Jake. It had to do with Duck and his back hurting. And then Duck's like, "Well, you guys think we could probably do it?" And then Javi's like, "But pussy!"
Yeah, and then I was like, well, fuck you guys. And then Javi felt bad and canceled.
So he gave up getting pussy.
I'm easy to guilt.
Yeah, but how'd you
Damn
get
it, I
killed?
didn't mean to. I told you I was fucking joking.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, Javi.
It was too late. The damage had been done. Plus, I really wanted out. So
Alright, good.
You wanted what?
I wanted out. I was like, I'm feeling lazy today. I don't
He
know.
said it takes a lot of effort to fucking put the D in sometimes, and
And the
this
P?
wasn't the day.
You didn't want to put the D in the P?
I mean, I was tired.
The D and the Vg?
Have you ever been too tired to put the D in the P?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, that's a real
this
thing.
age.
No. How old are you? What are
I'm
you talking
fucking
about?
49.
All right, let's drink this Rumples.
That makes me sad. I was like too tired to put the P in the V when I was like 27.
P in the V. Yeah. C in the T.
B on the L.
Oh man, I haven't had Rumples in a minute. Wow.
Take a nice little S on the T's.
Hopefully we can fucking do this podcast because I gotta read a bunch.
What
Oh, shit.
podcast?
Oh, Billy Pod.
Billy Potter.
Billy Pod.
Let's
Okay.
get at her.
The only movie news.
Widdly wow.
The
Man,
only
we
movie
fucking nailed
news
it this time.
I have is we are recording this the night before the Fox Disney merger. It happens at midnight. The only thing that I really care about, other than maybe the Fantastic Four and the X-Men coming back, are we going to get the fucking Star Wars? Are we going to get the Fox? Yes! Are we going to get the fanfare before the fucking next movie?
If we don't, I'm going to be so upset.
Dude!
Like, you have to have
You
that.
have to!
So, that was one of the things that we didn't discuss whenever we talked about going to see Force Awakens on
Right.
opening morning. We
were
sat there in anticipation.
debating.
We talked about it.
Yeah, we debated
We're like,
it.
are we going to get it anyways? Like,
Yeah.
is it going to happen?
Nothing.
No, cold open.
Lucasfilms.
Yep.
And then boom.
Yep.
And you need that. You need that fanfare.
Oh
That's
my
part of
God.
that.
And then you restore it to the old 80s, 70s footage the same way. Like,
you go back and you re-release The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, and you add that fanfare.
Original-
And probably
No.
redo The Last Jedi.
well, I was going to say, what they need to do, release the original Lucas versions, but restored, like the guy who did Rebuilding an Empire or whatever.
You talking about the fan edits?
Yes, the fan edits. Go back, release something like that before this comes out. So it's like, okay, we got rid of all the special fucking edition shit that the fans fucking hated, and then fucking go into it. The new episode 9 with the Fox
Fanfare.
20th Century,
Have the fanfare.
Yeah.
And you can just put Star Wars on there. I don't need to see the Fox logo. I just need to hear the...
Oh, yeah. Definitely. You know it's coming.
That was so much ingrained in our brains, just like the opening, the pan out the dark, and then the...
Well, every time you heard it, like you're watching a movie, And you're like, is this Star Wars? And then it's like, oh, wait, it's not Star Wars.
Yeah.
But, like, more often than not, it was fucking Star Wars.
It was Star Wars, dude. Like, if a movie started, you're like,
Yeah.
gonna fucking hardly...
Or just the sound of a good time is ahead of you also. There's several movies that open
In
that
fact,
way.
before I come from now on, I want the Fox fanfare. Just right before.
Jaws have it?
Oh, I don't know. It should have.
I think
Do you remember the Universal fanfare thing?
Yes.
With the horse?
That's
No,
TriStar,
that's
baby.
TriStar.
That's
No TriStar?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's TriStar. You're thinking about... Universal is the planet with the Universal symbol.
Yeah.
That's right. I think it was TriStar.
Doesn't matter, dude.
You know what movie I always associate the TriStar opening with? Look Who's Talking.
Yeah, because the horse was talking at the beginning of Look Who's Talking.
No, because TriStar is...
Yeah, but at the beginning of it comes out, the what is it? Pegasus comes out, and it's talking like Mr. Ed. He's like, "Homo, come on."
Is it really?
No. Was that Look Who's Talking? Because I thought it was, what's the movie with, goddamn Bobcat Goldthwait and John Candy?
Oh, shit.
Hot to Trot?
Yeah, Hot to Trot.
Oh, I never saw that.
Oh, it's so
Hey, Javi,
good,
calm down
dude.
when you're angry.
No, this is a great fucking movie.
So anyhow, as of midnight, Disney's going to own The Simpsons, Futurama, Family Guy. It'll own
The Bible. It will
Aliens,
own the
yeah.
Quran. It will own
Pretty
us. It will own all of Apple.
Hey, I'm willing to be a corporate show if you guys are.
Shit.
Hey, I loved Captain Marvel.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. Right here.
Yeah. They're
Like,
paying
they're gonna
us.
control...
Oh, you're not on
Javi,
board?
You're ruining this for
Disney
us.
just bought me, like, while we were talking right now, bro.
Dude, they got me for 10 cents. It was crazy.
I got 10
I'm
cents on the dollar
I would-
every hour.
Oh, yeah, we talked about James Gunn is back, too. Just briefly on the Captain Marvel there at the tail end,
Yeah.
we talked about it. James Gunn is back,
Fuck
baby!
yes.
So,
How good is this?
I think it means
Oh,
everything.
this is that totally saved everything.
Yeah, the only person I was interested in seeing a version from was Taika Waititi.
Yep.
And only because he killed it with Thor Ragnarok.
Well, he
And
knows how to handle that material in a comedic way.
even the Russo brothers might have done okay, but they even got James Gunn to rewrite it. The big thing is, and this plays into what we were talking about, James Gunn had been made the overseer of the fucking cosmic universe for the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
All this shit that's gone cosmic, Kevin Feige says he's the overseer of this. He's got this. So how Feige and Jon Favreau were kind of the first phase, and then Josh Whedon and Feige were the second and third. He was to be the overseer of the next cosmic entity aspect.
Once
of it.
they dealt with the Celestials.
Right. And so that means he's back and he can do that. On top of that, he's killing it. Like, that's the vibe everyone wants. The Guardian of the Galaxy, those movies shifted to be more like that.
Yep.
After Guardians. So he set kind of the tone.
Every
for the current
Marvel
cinematic
movie
universe.
took the beats from Guardians after
Exactly.
that point, I would guess.
And
yeah.
like I keep saying, but he said it before it came out. That's their Ghostbusters, and it really is.
Yeah.
You had not seen a movie that good since Ghostbusters. A movie that is highly quotable. Every character you like, every scene has meaning.
right amount
created
of
stars.
action, right amount of comedy,
Great
right amount of
soundtrack.
suspense,
Just great
awesome
soundtrack.
Like,
soundtrack. Yes.
If you guys said, "Hey, let's watch Guardians of the Galaxy," I'd be like, "Yeah, let's watch
yeah,
it."
let's. Because I will fucking cry every time that Drax is talking about fucking with his friends, and every time that fucking Groot lights the room up,
We are
and then every
Groot.
time he says we are Groot.
Dude, we are Groot. And in the second movie, well, a different movie is just as good.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. And then even when they show up in Infinity War, you're like, fucking here they are!
So the very first 25 minutes in, you hear Rubber Band Man playing, and you're like,
Fuck.
oh, it's a fucking Guardians movie.
I still
now.
get chills when if that Rubber Band Man starts playing and the crowd fucking lights up when they see the ship just go like, woo!
Yes.
And it's like, holy
Yeah, it's
shit, this is
amazing.
amazing.
You're giving me to me right now.
And it's like Charlotte just come on.
And I think the genius thing, too, was to hang the emotional aspect of what was going on in Infinity War on both Peter Parker, which, that beat at the end where I'm scared, Mr. Stark. That I'd never understood how Spider-Man was going to work in the cinematic universe, and to make him literally his Robin, Iron Man's Batman, he's Robin, make him his Ward was amazing. But to have Rocket solemnly be like, well, what's going to happen when I lose my family? And then that happens, and then have him just in the background terrified. And I know I'm getting chills now talking about that.
Seriously.
And having that small character moment, and you forget that's a CGI animated character voiced by somebody who's not even acting him. But that character has that emotional beat that is so strong.
Oh man,
Fuck Jar Jar Binks. I'm saying an emotional attachment, you can have it to
I think it's
an
that
animated
scene
character.
whenever Thor's talking about losing everything, and,
Right.
and Rocket's like, well, I got people that I care about.
Yeah, exactly. And
I can lose a lot.
because he found his family, and that's
I
that whole second movie, that storyline of, hey, stop being an asshole. We fucking want you here. Peter Quill has to keep saying it to him, like, we're family, because he's acting like a dick. He's acting out because he's lost.
And break the chain whenever they land on fucking the planet. Yeah.
The fact that he loses Groot, it's a new Groot. He's seeing that Groot likes Peter better. He's getting jealous. He's feeling like he's an outcast. That whole storyline, that arc that he goes through in that movie, plays into the Infinity War arc where he's afraid to lose him then.
So and the shot with him on War Machine, though, in the Endgame.
Buddy.
Yeah, dude.
I think the alcohol is kicking in, guys.
I just hope that Guardians 3 introduces Adam Warlock.
It will. He's at the ending of the credits of Guardians.
Which is why that's why it should have been Adam Warlock and not Captain Marvel.
But I think that's going to play. I think Captain Marvel is going to play into that. I think Captain Marvel is a big part of the cosmic stuff that's about to happen. Like I said, I think you've got the Skrulls there. She went out to look for a new planet for them. They are going to run into the Silver Surfer at some point, and then Galactus. Skrull, you'll probably get Secret Wars in there somewhere, because like Jake said, you had good Skrulls, but what happens 20 years out? Like, a lot of shit can happen in 20 years where Ben Mendo, who was just like, we need a planet, can be like, fuck these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And change his way.
Yeah, you have no idea what I can do, what
exactly.
I am.
And he's an amazing
I'm
bad
working
guy.
fucking doing groceries right now.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Like, they're trying
now,
to get jobs.
I'm the supervisor.
These are illegal aliens. They're freaking... They're making our frogs gay. They're making the frogs gay.
Yeah, so other than that, I think it was the best decision. I think it was all a ploy. I think it was all saving face. They grounded him for a while. They put him in the corner. They said, you're in trouble. You're in movie jail. He said, all right, I'm going to go do this. They saw all the good press he was getting for the Suicide Squad. So whether it was they just grounded him for a while and they put him to the side, or they saw, people are fucking interested.
Exactly. Well, they don't give a shit if that what he did. Yeah. We'll just go ahead and be like, hey, you want to come? You want to come back? You already got the script and the soundtrack for the third one. You sure you don't want to come back?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what it really comes down to, is they had to do something. But I think him being honest and being like, yeah, I fucked up. I put out these tweets. He apologized before he even did the first Guardians
also,
movie.
on top of that, the threat of losing their characters for the franchise.
Right. Especially Dave Bautista.
Okay, but even though they did give us a tease at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 of the Guardians to come, it could have been fucking Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, the other Marauders.
What was it?
Yeah.
That whole group that were former Guardians characters.
Yes.
Showing a previous team under a different name, yeah. That'd be cool. Like, that universe has so much potential, and once again, that's an IP that is untouched and untapped. They can do whatever they want with it.
I think that was the idea, though. Also, what is cool about this, Rob Zombie did one of the voices of one of the characters of the old Guardians, and Miley Cyrus was the robot. Yeah.
It's just the whole fun aspect of, like, it's the same thing with Star Wars. The universe is bigger than what you see.
Right. It's infinite.
Javi, I'm going to smack you so hard. You know how bad that sounded on here?
Yeah, I'm going to cash you outside. How about that?
Yeah, cash you outside. Yeah. Don't choke, dude.
Yeah, what the fuck? You can fucking eat shit on the microphone, but you can't laugh on the microphone? Fuck you. You make for bad radio, you fucking cock.
Yeah, cash you outside. Yeah. Don't choke. Hey everyone, it's just Duck jumping in here real quick to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you get a chance, head over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And if you're enjoying the podcast today, please share with your friends. It's the only way we can grow this network. With that said, back to the podcast. Okay, next subject. I'll wait for Javi to stop because it's about to get intense again. We're going to go hot-cold on this. We really are. Because like I said, topics are springing up left and right. So somebody that we all know killed somebody. And we're going to talk about it. Because fuck it.
Please add in the fucking Law and Order. Right then.
It's added right here.
In New York City, sexually-based offenses are considered especially heinous.
What we're looking at is, we all worked with this guy. I'm not going to say where, but we all worked with him, and he was a pretty odd, weird
It's an
motherfucker.
odd duck.
Yeah, and not in my way.
Not
I'm
that
odd.
way, but like
But-
Chris Farley would say in Dirty Work.
But a lot of people confused me and him because we had kind of the same body type and look.
Please, no, nobody confused you, trust me.
But personality-wise, wow. I'm not going to say where we work with him at, but we work with him, and he was off his rocker. Now, I didn't realize it. I just always thought he was gay and weird. And I know that sounds like I'm being, prejudiced or something. Nothing wrong with being gay, nothing wrong with being weird, but evidently you put those together, it's a volcano of terribleness.
Especially if they don't know that they're gay and weird.
Yeah, exactly. And, Javi, did you have any interactions with this
Oh,
woman?
yeah, I had quite a few. I worked with her for about 4 months, I think.
Yeah, and Jake, quite a few.
Like, people are going to decipher what we're talking about after this.
You know what's going on? They're talking about
Yeah, we're talking about...
Yeah.
So I'm going to read a bit of the article, and then we'll kind of talk about our situation. But killer's confession, he fatally shot roommate because I didn't want him to suffer.
Noble. Like an honorable guy.
Yeah, no. Admits he waited days to call police, hiding the body at home while he went to work. Mm-hmm. And then the first line...
Javi's making the face like, ooh, you didn't hear this part. Yeah, he hid the body.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Yeah.
I just hope they got into a fight and he shot him.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
That's what he says happened.
So... in the article, and you can look it up, DFW, look up, and then you'll be able to pull it up, the video. He literally, I've never seen this, he's talking to the newscast behind, like, the window
Yeah,
at the
like
police
they
station.
fucking went and interviewed him like the
Yeah.
day after this happened.
And
Well,
he
he
just-
turned himself in.
Yes, and he just admitted that he did it.
Yeah.
And he was crying.
Like,
and
once
upset.
people hear his
Can you
case.
really call that crying, though?
No, it
I
wasn't.
don't think it was.
No, that was acting.
Those weren't even crocodile tears.
No.
That was acting.
But I do think that he could claim insanity because I truly believe having
I don't
been
think
around
he
him,
can.
I think he was insane.
I don't think people think that he's insane. I don't think that he's insane. I just think he's a fucked up individual.
Yeah.
Honestly. He had it together. He knew where he was working. He knew where he lived. He knew he had priorities. He has all these things going. He just has a short temper.
Do you think it was a drug thing?
I think drugs played a part in it, I'm sure. I'm almost positive drugs played a part in it, because once you do them for so long, you are not yourself. You lose your mind, you get paranoid, you get fucking, is this person talking about me?
Right.
Is this person doing this?
Right.
I better get a gun. I need to get a gun to protect myself. Oh, my roommate's touching me now because I won't pay rent, but he's assaulting me. Oh, better shoot my roommate.
Right. You're right.
Really?
I
Fuck
think
yeah,
that's-
this is all fucking drugs.
I think it was a big permaburn kind
people
of
don't know what the
situation.
fuck they're doing.
He was always weird at work, and he would always come up, and he was... Here's why I thought he was gay. Around the guys, he kind of tried to act that macho shit, and he'd talk about pussy and boobies and this and that, and I'm like, okay, but then he'd get around the girls, and he'd be all gay buddy-buddy with them. This is weird. Why is he trying to act so butch around the men? And then, once he was fired, I ended up finding out way more about what the situation was. Basically, he was taking girls to the car and showing them his guns and stuff like that. Which
That doesn't sound gay to me. I do that shit all the time. Hey, baby, you want to see these guns? Come on.
But that's the thing is,
That was my move.
I didn't
He's
even-
ruining it for me. What the fuck?
I didn't realize like he was even doing that because I just always thought he was a little bit off and gay.
No.
The only time
That dude screams
No.
tweaker.
I was about to get
Yeah, no, it's just, I'm gonna play tough around the guys, I'm gonna act sensitive around the girls, and then I'm gonna fucking show my guns.
Oh, yeah, baby.
and the frogs are gay.
They're turning my frogs gay. Here's my guns. Kill the gay frogs.
Yeah, this guy was subtly straight and sober.
Yeah, dude,
and
well that's the
mental.
other thing. He always smelled of alcohol. He always had the strong ass mints that were like pharmacy grade mints for some reason. It was insane.
Well,
And he'd
these
be
are
like,
horse mints,
Hell,
sir.
it
You
was
sure you should only take an eighth of them.
and he was. I mean, one time I was like, well, I'm gonna go have a drink. He's like, well, hop in the car. So I hop in his car. I said, man, it smells like a brewery in here. He's like, dude, I don't even drink. I was like, okay, you don't drink. I was like, where's the cocaine? Because I knew he was on coke too. And he was just like, dude, I don't do that shit either. I was like, okay, all right, whatever you say. And then he gave me a ride over, and he kept drinking fucking lemon drop martinis and pinky outing that shit. And I was just like, this guy's starting to freak me out. And then he would show me pictures of titties on his phone. He's like, what do you think of this? What do you think? I'm like, yeah. Have I ever showed you, like, we look at ass because Javi pulls up ass. And
All the time.
But, like,
But I don't like show you.
I've never been creeped out by a guy showing me pictures of titties because I'm like, why are you doing this? You're just hiding the fact that you're fucking gay.
It's like gay. A gay guy would have titties on his phone, would he?
That's exactly it.
What do you think about these?
I
It
literally
says Scoreland at the
Wow,
fucking top of
I
it.
bet you those feel like a bag of sand.
Yeah.
He was gonna give me a ride home too.
Be so horny, be so stupid.
Well, I bet I can fuck you up.
But yeah, I was gonna get a ride home from him, and
lucky.
then
Bad
I was like,
choice.
I called my girlfriend at the time. I was like, "You've got to come pick me up.
Look.
This guy's freaking me out."
I have a fucking uncanny sense of being able to suss people out.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, never mind. I'm hanging out with you two, folks. No, this fucking motherfucker, I could tell from the first day that I fucking met him. He wasn't all there, and I really didn't want anything to do with him.
And
he
then he-
tried too hard. Like, and this sounds really fucked up, I guess. I don't know, but just let me fucking, if you're somebody new around me, like in my environment, like, give me a week or two to fill your ass out instead of just fucking, like, hey, what's up, let's be friends, can you do this, can you do that? And I'm just like, no.
I remember, like, when I first
that's
started,
nice.
like, I didn't have, like, a first real conversation with you until about 2 hours a month in there.
Motherfucker, I still hate you.
That's fine. But I remember, like, the first conversation we had, like, I was watching something weird from my ex to pick me up. And he goes, you're watching Logan? It's like, yeah. And then you told me about the black and white version of it. I was like, oh, this guy's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that was, like, a month in.
Look, you actually had to win over Javi
I
in that
just
situation.
sussed
Did you
people
see
out.
that?
Yeah, I did.
I
Well,
felt,
actually, he had to win me over.
yeah. Well,
Because I wouldn't talk to him until I saw him watching Logan. So, fuck that.
Yeah,
he would talk about his ex-wife, the fact that he killed her and he killed their lovers. It was really,
Used to love her.
it was fucking
But I
weird.
had to kill her.
But he killed this guy on accident, supposedly.
No,
He just-
it was totally on purpose.
Yeah.
He didn't have the money for rent. The guy fucking got upset with
Yeah.
him because he had a bunch of people over at his house.
Right.
he was always
He
drinking
didn't have
and doing
rent.
drugs.
It was being late. The guy had to get up early for work, and he's like, come talk to me. Grabbed him on the shoulder, grabbed his fucking gun, shot him in the stomach. He was laying on the ground, moaning, turning. This is from everything that I read and everything that I heard from the interview. Shot him in the face.
What?
Didn't kill him.
What?
Didn't kill him yet. He turned over moaning, and he didn't want him to suffer anymore, and shot him in the back of the head. What a
God.
mercy killing.
Yeah.
What a fucking
And
mercy
once again,
killing.
dude, having been around this guy, I'd seen him other places.
We all
too.
knew it, though.
Weirdest part was on Halloween, he dressed up like Captain
Oh,
Spawn.
he was spot on,
Dude, he
Captain
looked-
Spot on.
Yeah, dude, he
No,
looked
was it Captain Spaulding or was it
from
the Clown Killer? John
No,
Wayne Gacy?
motherfucker, this was Captain Spaulding.
he
for
was
real.
Captain Spaulding,
like,
and he looked like him.
which is almost even worse than John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, dude.
but not really because John Wayne Gacy is real.
Yeah,
And
dude.
Captain Spaulding is a
Hey, you guys know he's making another movie with those characters,
John
right?
Wayne Gacy.
No. Rob Zombie.
Three
He's
from
making-
Hell. I
Yeah.
cannot wait.
Wait.
He's already done with production. I'm
Wait,
waiting
what's it
for
called?
a fucking trailer. Three from Hell, which also fucking makes me ask the question: how is he going to do this? Because everybody knows, if you're fans of the movie, you watch the second one, Devil's Rejects. They all die at the end of the movie. They get shot up while listening to fucking Freebird and
That was a
go out a
badass
blaze
scene.
of glory. Amazing, fucking great movie.
Right.
How are we going to do this?
They're coming back from hell. Three from Hell.
Three from
Three
Hell.
from Hell, yeah.
They made a deal with the devil, and they come
It's
back.
genius.
I like it. Yeah, well, because the reason why I asked, because the supernatural has never taken place in the first two.
Right.
It
Wait,
was
the
all
Supernatural
this.
was in the first one, though.
No,
Well, that, with the big
yeah,
guy,
yeah, Dr. Satan. Yeah,
Dr.
I guess
Satan.
you're right.
The second one was
But
on. It was just
still,
like
that's not supernatural. That's just fucking mutants
the
and
guy was like
fucking
over 100
retards.
years old, though. Like he was old as fuck. And
I'm
like,
excited, dude. This
Oh, yeah.
gives us an excuse to watch it because I don't like House of a Thousand Corpses. I never liked it. Never liked it.
It's got Walton Goggins in
It's
it.
probably been 20 years since I've seen
Rainn
it.
Wilson.
So
Oh, dude,
I'm
yeah,
excited.
Fuck yeah, it's so good.
I'm
Chris
gonna say-
Hardwick.
Yeah.
Me too.
Probably 20 years since I've seen that movie, but I think The Devil's Rejects is one of the best intense horror movies I've ever
Right.
seen. I wouldn't.
Right.
Is it a slasher film? Is it a horror film? Is
It's
it
a
a
slasher
grindhouse? fucking
Slasher
amazing.
horror.
That whole, and I know this is going to sound fucked up to say, but that rape scene where he's got everyone in that room and he has the old lady suck his dick.
Oh,
is
yeah.
one of the
Well,
most
he cuts off her fucking husband's face and makes her wear it as a mask, and then she gets hit by a fucking truck.
That
Did you
is
ever
one
see
of the
the
most
making of that
terrifying.
scene?
Yes, and the guy
He
who
fucking hated it.
yeah, the guy who made it, he's like, stuff like this upsets me.
Yeah.
And like that behind the scenes, seeing him, how good he is as an actor and terrifying in that scene. And then cut to that behind the, which is a great
Let's
behind
not forget about the great Brian Posehn in that
Oh,
entire
yeah,
fucking
he is.
scene also.
But yeah, that was a weird transition to go from that. But let's transition one more time. That's, that was fucked up. But I want to talk about something fucked up that happened in Pennsylvania.
What yin's doing up there?
All right, so I feel like I should bury the lead on this. This is a fucked up podcast. We're going all over the place.
Come on, what yin's doing? Yin.
All right. Court documents indicate that 33-year-old blah, 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 these three guys, basically, from Clearfield County, Pennsylvania, will be sentenced on April 23rd. Each are facing more than 1,400 misdemeanor counts of sexual intercourse with an animal, in addition to a slew of charges related to cruelty of animals, endangering the welfare of children, and corruption of minors. A criminal complaint in Clearfield County said the witness saw these guys having sex on a regular basis with
Horses.
What else?
Sheep.
A goat,
Chickens?
a cow, and dogs.
Oh.
The encounters occurred over the course of 4 to 5 years. Once again, 1,400 misdemeanor counts per individual. Basically, these guys lived on some kind of weird hillbilly commune with their trailers out in the middle of the boonies, in the middle of nowhere. And they had a little fuck ranch where any animal that was running around was not free-range chicken, but free-range fucking. And they were fucking everything.
It was like the
It's
fucking
ridiculous.
bunny, cow, horse, duck, pig, chicken ranch, like whatever animal you got, we'll do it with the Moonlight Bunny Ranch.
And the frogs are gay.
Yeah, go do. You can fuck the frogs if you're gay.
My favorite thing about this was
The Moonshine Bunny Ranch.
they were. What you could see was the little kick you did.
Told you.
It looked like Woody whenever Andy's playing with him and his legs are kicking out. What I like to imagine though, these guys were just out there drinking and doing meth, because meth is heavy in Western Pennsylvania, and just walking out and
America.
seeing whatever fucking animals out there going like, I'm gonna fuck that. I'm about to tag that chicken.
Top of the food chain, motherfuckers.
You think they would catcall these animals? Be like, oh, look at that there.
Yeah.
Baby!
Yeah, they're really calling cats. Hey, Mr. Catman! Get over here! Come on, Mr. Catman!
Me and my friend had a joke about like how, you say to people like, hey, you gonna eat that? They'd be like, hey, you gonna fuck that?
Hey! You gonna fuck that? No, man. Feel free to eat it, fuck it. Do whatever you do.
All right, the criminal complaint states that Wallace was mostly into having sexual intercourse with dogs, but he'd also had sexual intercourse with horses and a goat. This is my favorite line. According to the criminal complaint, Brubaker admitted that he had had sex with every female horse, and also a goat, a cow, and a dog. What cracked me up was the every female horse.
Hey, I didn't fuck any of them guy horses, but I tell you what, all them girl horses, I fucked all them. I fucked all them
Like
girl
fucking
horses
male
for
animals
sure.
are super gay.
I love
They're
that.
gonna look down on.
No.
You say it with like, I ain't no queer like the frogs over
Yeah.
there.
I ain't fucking no gay frogs. I fucked all them girl horses. That's what we call mares. Nags, if you would. Fuck them male horses. No, wait, I didn't do that. I did not do that. Just the female horses. Because I ain't gay. Yeah, I fucked the goat. The dog.
crunched the word female when he was giving his statement.
God damn.
Like, I just fucked a female.
Yeah. No, the dude horses over here.
I didn't fuck no studs. I didn't fuck no studs.
Not my style, not my stallions. You know what I'm saying? I'm the stud.
I pull the bridle.
That's right.
I'm broken. Oh, I need a minute.
Yeah.
No.
That's a yell about the female horse. Not my beloved. Oh shit! Oh, so good.
Oh shit!
It's just wow, how do you get into that situation?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Oh man,
You get a pound of fertilizer.
it's just like you guys have seen Mr. Hands, right? You've seen some fucked up shit, right?
Yeah.
You guys have seen
the
bestiality.
documentary on Mr. Hands is also Zoo.
Wait, what?
There's a movie called Zoo. I think it's actually on YouTube. You can watch it. It's about Mr. Hands. They don't display who it is, but everybody knows who the fuck they're talking about because
Right.
everybody saw fucking.
Everyone's seen Mr. Hands.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen that.
And that's
Yeah.
what the movie's about, but there's been a couple cases where people have died that way.
Yeah, dude.
Mr. Hands did die.
It's so weird.
That's why I'm saying a
we-
couple of people have died
We used
that
to
way.
put on Mr. Hands and then like be like, "Oh, you gotta see this fucked up video," and we put it on for people who never saw it before, and we just kind of look away because we want to be.
They're like, this ain't Mr.
There's this
Hands.
documentary called Animal Farm
Yeah,
about like this.
yeah. It's about this situation
like,
here.
Same situation, but like this girl was like, this one was really fucked up. And she would like draw an attraction, like she was a traveling sideshow where she would fuck or have animals fuck her.
It's a donkey show.
Yeah, and then she lived on a farm. She had no husband. She didn't want a husband. She was happy making love with her animals.
Hey,
She had a whole farm that like.
this is a dog?
Huh?
This is a dog?
This is a documentary called Animal Farm.
You have it?
I don't have it. It's
find
illegal to own in the United States. I saw it once.
He threw his hand down with such shame.
Yeah. You jerked off to, didn't you?
No, man. It's on this website called Color Climax.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He jerked
People
off.
do not look up Color Climax. This is
I really don't.
SFW.
I really don't, especially when I found out that they actually have legal kitty porn on
What?
the site.
Ooh, fuck that.
Yeah,
It's European.
like Western European, like Swiss
Yeah.
and Dutch shit like that. Turns out you could actually videotape having sex with a 15-year-old.
All right, stop.
Ew.
Jesus.
Another
Christ.
thing is, don't Google image search Polaroid because half the shit that pulls up you are not going to want to see.
So, have
Hot
y'all
and
heard
cold.
about the Canadian book, Bear? That was like a #1 bestseller about the fucking woman having sex with the bear?
No.
What?
Yeah, dude, there's this fucking crazy novel about this chick who has like a relationship with a bear. And it's called Bear, but it's like this like best-selling Canadian novel. It's a work of fiction.
Oh, okay.
It's a work of
is
fiction,
it?
but still,
God
like
damn.
the premise of it. I mean, just look it up. Just Google it. It's worth a Google. Just Google it.
Yeah, don't.
Okay, maybe don't use your Google. Bing it.
And then bean it.
Bing it. That's what I knew every night.
So yeah, that was pretty much everything I wanted to talk about there. So thank you so much for listening.
Oh, you should, like, if you're on Facebook, go to the Facebook page and check out that fucking shit.
Oh yeah, what's the story with that whole Facebook page?
David Lawrence's friend Facebook, and he was like, yeah, he was always weird. He was always like commenting on my photos and shit, and be the only one liking things.
Yep.
So then,
Same here.
and then
Like and share.
he's like, yeah, if you go check out his Facebook, there's a lot of hate on all of his posts.
Yeah, but how's he ever going to see it? He's in
He
jail.
may get away with it, for all you know.
Oh shit, he's going to come after us? We're talking shit
If he
about
goes
him.
on death row, they get Facebook, I think.
Do they?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm fucking worried, dude.
But yeah, you should just
Why?
check it out.
He's
It's
going to come get us.
why? I don't think he listens.
He will, dude.
He's not in the group.
Hey, listen, like and subscribe. We give you a shout out this episode.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Just say, fuck you, though.
But seriously, I will say this. This is the last episode of our season. And after this, we're going to start season 2. And so we appreciate everyone who's listened to us. And I want to say, for me, having this last one just kind of be like the free-for-all, topics are springing up, just talking about wherever we want. We enjoy that. We enjoy getting together weekly and BS and having a good time. Like, I look forward to this. And like I said, I had canceled it, and then we went back on. So I'm so happy we did this. For me, I went through a very bad breakup last year. And after that breakup, we'd started by playing Dungeons & Dragons and getting together a big group of friends. And then with our Dungeons & Dragons crew, things went a little bit sideways for whatever reason. And that's okay. Because what we ended up doing was our last game of Dungeons & Dragons, we created Gyros. Yeah. And it literally was our little caravan and a little, little cart that we had. Yes. And we started catering, and we thought it was hilarious. And, you know...
We went on a different hero mission.
We did, and we ended up just us three hanging out, and we surprised podcasts one day. And now we've recorded 25 podcasts over the period of... We started on September 11th, and I know that sounds weird, but our first podcast was on September 11th. And now we went like 6 months, I think, maybe 7 months on this. So if you've listened at any point, we really appreciate it. We really appreciate it if you share it with any of your friends, but just keep listening. We're having fun.
Most definitely.
We just do this for us.
This is I tell it to y'all all the time. I don't know if I've said it on air. This is therapeutic for me. Like, I don't necessarily believe in everything that I'm saying. I do it to get a rise out of both of you, too.
Right.
And I hope that maybe the people that are listening are laughing also. But this is truly, this is what I look forward to at the end of every week. Like, I get to hang out with my bros and we get to talk shit and just say whatever. Right. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, thank y'all for listening.
Javi, how about you? What's it like?
Well, as you guys may know, 2018 was a pretty shit show. I got divorced, lost my job, and I lost D&D just like back to back. That was like, either way, I fucking love you guys. I'm pretty sure that if it wasn't for this podcast, I wouldn't be here. I can almost guarantee that.
Yeah, because you thought about being Florida man earlier.
Yeah.
What were you thinking, Florida man?
First of all, when they threw that number out at me, I was like, oh, okay, good on my hands.
Yeah, but you know the payoff you got to do to go to Florida, dude.
It would have been awful. I don't think emotion I could have handled it.
Lord. No. Florida is like duck heaven. That's white
I think
trash
he did
heaven.
it just to fucking scare us, just so he could hear.
I showed Duck the email.
I think he did it just so he'd hear us go like, "You can't fucking leave us."
He showed me a cut off email. I'm with you on this.
Yeah. Bitch, cut off email.
He's going to Florida to make the frogs gay.
Well, yeah, I just want to say thank you for listening and sharing and all that shit. But yeah, I fucking love you guys.
Love you too, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I love you guys. And thank you so much for doing this. And hopefully you guys will join us next time with Phase 1 Marvel movies. So I can't wait to fucking do that and talk about it leading up to Infinity War. So please join us again. This has been Duck. I've been here with
Jake
and Javi.
And thank you so much.
I nosed it. I was like, Javi.
Christ. Love you, fuckers.
And there it is. Thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you have enjoyed it, please do not forget, share with your friends. That is how we grow the network. And if this is your first time listening, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcasts here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are Bagu, a video game podcast featuring me and Dr. Ethan Eastwood. That's where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between. Don't forget, Heroes Gyros, a Dungeons and Distractions side quest. Me and the boys were sitting down, we're playing some D&D, we're having so much fun. You can go and start that from the beginning of the journey, Season 1, Episode 1. You're going to love it all the way through. And finally, I hate being sober. Personal stories from epic people. I'm going to sit down with some of the most epic people I've ever met in this world, and we're going to talk about their life, we're going to talk about their trials and tribulations, and we're just going to talk about their journey this far. Head on over to our social media. All links can be found in the description. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /WeArePodcast. Also, head over to the Facebook group, We Are Era. We would love to see you in that group. And don't forget, if you've enjoyed the podcast today, share it with your friends. That's the only way we can grow this network. With that said, do not forget, support local comedy in any way that you can. We really do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.